Hello everyone, I welcome all valued learners to Teacher Rohullah's channel. Today we are going to learn how we can divide decimals by 10, 100 and 1000. Before starting the lesson, I would like to ask all of you to subscribe to my channel and like the video. So let's now start the lesson. When we were multiplying 10, 100 and 1000 by whole number, we were adding zeros. For example, 9 times 10 was 90. We added 1 0 to 9. And when we were multiplying a decimal like 1.2 by 10, we were moving the decimal point one place to the right. So the answer we get is 12. How can we divide a whole number or a decimal by 10 or by powers of 10, which can be 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, and so on? You know that multiplication and division are inverse operation. If we move the decimal point to the right in multiplication, we move it to the left in division, or we move it to the left when we divide. In the whole number, we know that if it is 9, it is equal to 9.0. We don't give point and 0 in the whole number because it does not bring any changes to the number. Otherwise, it has a point and 0 with it when it's a whole number also. In the first example that we have 12 divided by 10. 12 can be written as 12.0 divided by 10. I said when we divide decimal by 10, 100 and 1000, we move the decimal point to the left according to the zeros of powers of 10. Because 10 has got 1 0, so we move the decimal point one place to the left. 12 divided by 10 is equal to 1.2. In the second example, we have 0.6 divided by 10. 0.6 divided by 10. In this case, again, we move the decimal point one place to the left. And over here, we write a placeholder 0. So 0.6 divided by 10 is equal to 0.06. In the third example, we have 45.61 divided by 10. So now you know the rule. When we divide by 10, we move the decimal point one place to the left. The answer that we get when we divide 45.61 by 10 is 4.561. This is how we can divide decimals by 10. In the second column, we have some decimals which are divided by 100. In the first column, we divided by 10. In the second column, we divide by 100. As I said, we move the decimal point to the left according to the zeros of the powers of 10. Because in hundreds, we have 2 zeros, we move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So when we divide 281.27 by 100, we move the decimal point 2 places to the left. The answer that we get is 2.8127. 8127. In the second example, in this column, we have 0.75 divided by 100. Again, we move the decimal point 2 places to the left. If you move it 2 places to the left, 1, 2. We give one placeholder 0 here and 1 here. Now the decimal point is here. So after we divide 0.75 by 100, the answer we get is 0.0075. The third example in this column is 136.27 divided by 100. 136.27 divided by 100. The same way, we move the decimal point 2 places to the left. The answer that we get is 1.3627. In the third column, we have some decimals which are divided by 1,000. Divided by 1,000. So when we divide it by 10, we move the decimal point one place to the left. When we divide it by 100, we move the decimal point two places to the left. Now, when we divide by 1,000, we move the decimal point three places to the left. In the first example, we have 467.5 divided by 1,000. So when we divide, we move this decimal point three places to the left and give one placeholder 0 over here. So the answer that we get after dividing 467.5 by 1,000 is 0.4675. In the second example, we have 36.90 divided by 1,000. The same way, we move the decimal point three places to the left. 1, 2, 3. We give a placeholder 0 here and 1 here. The answer that we get is 0.0369. If we give this 0 or don't give this, it does not bring any changes because zeros to the end of the decimal number does not bring any changes. The last example is 27 divided by 1,000. 27 divided by 1,000. In 27 also, as I said, we have a decimal point in a 0. At the end of the whole number, we have always a decimal point in a 0. So this number also got a decimal point. When we divide by 1,000, it moves three places to the left, and we give two placeholder zeros over there. So the answer that we get from dividing 27 by 1,000 is 0.027. This is all about dividing decimals by powers of 10 or by 10, 100, and 1,000. I hope it makes sense for you and it helps you learn something about dividing decimals by powers of 10. And again, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, ask me in the comment section under this video. And please don't forget to like the videos and share the videos with your friends. Have a nice time and thank you so much.